Hello, welcome to Loomly, and thanks for joining us today for our third Flash webinar. I also wanted to mention the purpose of Flash webinars. These will be quick webinars to explain specific features of Loomly so you can take full advantage of the different features that we have to offer. So for today's Flash webinar, it will be about the different content views of Loomly. We'll be reviewing list view, calendar view, post ideas view, post view, and also bonus views. So the first two views that we'll be reviewing is list and calendar views. And this allows you to see content you've created for a calendar. As you all may already know, Loomly was built on a calendar basis, meaning you'll create one calendar for each brand, client, business, project, or location. So as mentioned, the first view we'll be reviewing is list view. The list view shows relevant information for your social media posts in a spreadsheet-like format that is really intuitive for you and your collaborators. So let me show you what list view looks like. This is what list view will look like, and there are a great number of actions you can take within list view. Here are some things you could do. You could browse the posts within the month. You can also filter your posts. All you have to do is click the filter icon in the calendar toolbar. And then after, you can sort by or filter your post by any of these fields. For example, if I wanted to see whatever is pending approval, you can go ahead and select that and apply it, and we'll filter the post within the month for anything that is pending approval. You can also, let me go ahead and get rid of this filter. I wanted to show that you can sort your posts by subject, date, schedule, copy, or the number of comments just by clicking on that. And you can also leave internal comments. You can edit posts if they haven't been published yet, and duplicate posts. And another great feature we have is applying bulk actions. So if say you had to update multiple post dates or update the assignments for multiple different posts, all you have to do is select the post you want to update. Say, for example, if you wanted to approve these posts, click on this checkbox for the post you want to apply bulk actions to. And then from this dropdown, go ahead and hit update assignment, update state, or delete, depending on what action you want to take. In this case, I want to update the state to approved. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a state and update the 3 posts. And you'll see that you'll be able to automatically have those posts approved rather than going in and manually approving each and every one. Now, if you wanted to do the same for assigning collaborators to a post, you can do that as well with bulk actions. Also, I wanted to mention that you can assign one or more collaborators to a post, as you can see here. You can change the post dates individually, and you can also delete posts. One thing I also wanted to mention is that you can notify your collaborators. Say you have a collaborator that you're waiting on several updates for, then you can always use this notify collaborators feature, which will send them a link to the calendar. All you have to do is select the collaborator you want to send a notification to, and then you can write a message or leave it blank and go ahead and send that over. So the other view that I wanted to review is the calendar view. This view allows you to have a strategic overview of your content of the month so you can better plan your posts. So let's go ahead and go to the calendar view. And the calendar view can just be accessed by the calendar toolbar right here. So in the calendar view, you can also filter your posts by different fields. You can easily drag and drop posts. Say you have a post that you wanted to reschedule or postpone to a different date. You can easily drag and drop that post, as you can see here, if it hasn't been published yet. And you can also create quick posts, which are placeholders that can be used as reminders, or if you have an idea for a post, but you just don't know quite what content you'd like for it yet, all you have to do is hover your cursor over the date you wanted to add that quick post, add the subject. So say you wanted to have a post for an event, but you don't know what exactly you want to do, have content for, go ahead and type in the subject and then build a quick post. Now, another neat feature we have is grouping and ungrouping posts that have been fine-tuned scheduled. So you know what dates and times your different channels are scheduled for when there's a post variation. And what that means is, say you see a ×1 or ×2, that means you have a fine-tuned scheduled date. You can easily see what dates each channel is scheduled for by ungrouping the post. And that's going to be available in the calendar toolbar. Just click that, and we will split up the different dates each channel is scheduled for. And if you wanted to group it back together, just select that and we'll group the posts as well. So that's everything I wanted to show you in the calendar view. The next is post ideas view. And this is accessible from your light bulb icon in your calendar's toolbar. The post ideas view is a calendar with date-specific holidays and events that you can use for content inspiration based off the day of the year. So let's go ahead and go to the calendar post ideas view. So again, these are just generic dates based or events and holidays based off the day of the year. I also wanted to show you that you can create your own custom post ideas that can be recurring or not. And that's really useful if you want to save a date for company campaigns, events, or milestones. All you have to do is add post idea and then select the title, description, URL. If it's recurring, just select the weekly, monthly, or yearly with the end date as well. And if you do create a custom post idea, you'll be able to see it clearly in red, as you can see here. Now, I also wanted to show you that you can add custom post ideas from your calendar settings. You just go to the calendar settings, then go to the post ideas tab. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to see where you can add the custom post ideas over here. All you have to do is at the start date, end date if it is recurring, title, description, and URL. And while we're on the topic of settings, I wanted to show you a few useful tips. So if you go to your calendar settings and go to options, I wanted to let you know that you can change the default view. Default view will be the list view. However, you can always change it to calendar view if that's what you prefer. For a defaulted list view, you can also change it from ascending to descending or vice versa. And another neat feature we have is in account settings. You will be able to change your first day of the week to Sunday if it is saved to Monday, or if you would prefer Monday, you can keep it on Monday. And you can also change it from a 12-hour to 24-hour format. All you have to do is select it and then click save at the bottom. The next view that I wanted to review is the post view. So when you create a post in Loomly, you'll be taken to post view, which is an important view for collaborative purposes. You can always access post view by clicking on the subject link from the calendar or list views. So let's go ahead and go back to our calendar. And as mentioned, you can go ahead and click into the subject link to access the post view. And in post view, you have several different options. You can download the media file, you can edit the post if it hasn't been published yet, duplicate the post and delete it. You can preview your post for the different channels just by toggling the different channels here or clicking on the different tabs for each channel. You can also change the post dates. So you can change it either from here or from this drop down here. You can assign one or multiple collaborators to the post as well. And then you can also view logs. If the post has been published, you'll be able to see published links as well at the top here. If it hasn't, you can always check the logs as well. And finally, I wanted to mention our comment system. So you can leave internal comments to collaborate with your users. You can mention specific users and leave comments. You can also mark comments private, so they're invisible to those assigned to the client role. And finally, you can pin comments. Say something's very important that you want your whole team to be able to see, you can always pin that to the top so everyone sees it and it's very visible for everyone. Another neat feature is our content export feature, which is offered on our standard plan and up. And this export feature allows you to extend collaboration offline for an overview of your activities, which is really useful for offline meetings and approvals. You can export content from post view, list view, calendar view, and also advanced analytics. So there are 3 final bonus views I wanted to briefly mention. There's all calendars view, ad view, and ad list view from Loomly's Ad Manager. So if you have more than one calendar, you can access the all calendars view from your dashboard. You'll be able to see it in the calendar widget once you log into Loomly. Think of it as a super consolidated calendar, and you'll be able to access a list and calendar view for all calendars, where we gather all posts from each calendar. This feature is really useful if you want to manage multiple brands, projects, or clients and want an overview of all the posts at a quick glance. The ad list view is offered in Loomly Ads Manager, and it shows you an overview of all the ads that you've created in Loomly for the month. Similar to list view, you can update the ad state, assign one or multiple collaborators to the ad, leave comments, edit, or delete the ad in list view. For ad view, this can be accessed from the ad list view, and we allow you to preview your ads. You can also preview the ad in different placements in the drop-down menu, as you'll see here, and you'll be able to see different ad details and collaborate in ad view. So that wraps up everything for today's webinar. Thank you so much for joining us today.